Ms. Joan Pereira.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to thank the President for her speech which outlined the direction that the 4G leaders would be taking our country. My speech will focus on forging a strong national identity through 4 key areas. First, virtual world to real world. Second, volunteerism, community involvement. Third, sense of belonging. Fourth, foreign policy. We are today moving into an area where many things we see and do are unthinkable just a decade ago. We are in the age of disruptive technology. People can sit at home and let their fingers do the walking and talking. It can create social isolation, but we can turn these technological tools to our advantage. We often talk about the disappearing kampung spirit. In fact, this kampung spirit has moved to the virtual world. They take a different form, that's all. There are so many kampungs on our WhatsApp and Facebook chat groups. Some chats have groups with as many as 50 to 60 people, or as few as 10 or less. These private app chats are today's mini kampungs, where people communicate, share opinions, comments, news, videos, etc. Data from Statista, the statistics portal, showed as of the third quarter of 2017, the most popular social network was the WhatsApp, with a 73% penetration rate. In 2016, Singapore had 3.3 million social network users. This figure is projected to grow to 3.6 million social media users in 2021. So, I would call this the era of Gen Apps, a time when what's unthinkable today can be tomorrow's reality. But to forge a strong Singapore identity, groups in the virtual world should move to the real world. To all chat groups, I make this call to not just stay in the virtual world. Please come forward and join our community when we celebrate our National Day and other festive celebrations. At such events and at subsequent events, we meet one another, get to know one another better, share our common interests, and forge deep bonds. Because of this relationship, we share joys, and should a crisis arise, you and I, our actions and reactions, our response to the call for help would be more robust. This is the Singapore spirit. My second point, another platform that we can promote and forge a common identity is through volunteerism. I urge everyone, whether you are in school, a youth, a working adult, or a retiree, we can all make our contributions. There is a role for everyone. The energy and the commitment you bring will no doubt improve many lives. We derive deep satisfaction through meaningful interactions. Build up our circle of friends, join in the various activities, and build up a sense of belonging to the community. People who volunteer together, play together, participate in activities together will build interpersonal relationships, trust, and attachment to one another. Our government has done much to invest in the physical infrastructure for our community. As a community, we can do even more to benefit our people in building and strengthening hardware. We can provide the emotional support to bring our people together. In my Henderson-Dawson division, I have a regular coordinating meeting with all the government agencies, community partners, business groups, and volunteer groups, where we share information about who, what, and how we are helping residents in need. This helps us to address gaps, duplication, so that limited resources can be spread to more beneficiaries, holistic help can be provided, and urgent cases attended to quickly. Thus, instead of each organization working in silos, we work together. Instead of solely depending on the government to help, the community is involved. In addition, we provide a platform for our beneficiaries to volunteer, as this gives them a sense of pride and dignity where they are also contributing to the community. Third point, speaking of pride and dignity, the government can do well to offer our seniors career opportunities, especially the female workforce. It is an area where we can tap on our readily available workforce. There is a growing pool of retirees whom we should look to rely on as a good source to meet our skilled manpower needs. Many of our retirees are healthy, well-educated, well-informed, and with good work ethos. Can they not have a second career opportunity to pursue their dreams? I had shared this anecdote in the budget debate, but a good story is one that deserves to be retold. One of my residents, Madam Maureen Tan, aged 69, living in Strathmore Avenue, used to work as a personal assistant in a bank. At the same time, she had always cared for her grandchildren and even helped to babysit her neighbours' children whenever she had the time. After her retirement, she became a full-time caregiver to her 2 grandchildren. Her neighbours knew she doted on children and would occasionally ask her to babysit for them when they had errands to run. Last year, Maureen approached the Henderson Dawson PCF Sparkletots Childcare Centre and volunteered her services. As the teachers saw she had so much love for the children, the centre offered her a job. She now interacts with children, keeps them comfortable, and showers them with all her tender love and care. Maureen has been working in the Henderson Dawson PCF Centre since February 2017 and enjoying every day of it. At 69 years old, she's healthy, experienced, and very committed. She sees her work with PCF as a second career. She will be very happy if she can be offered a career path so that she can develop herself. I believe the government can offer retirees like Madam Maureen Tan a second career and develop a career path for them. In doing so, we give our seniors a sense of belonging and participation in the new chapters of the Singapore story. Fourth point, foreign policy. Another area where we can strengthen our identity is to help educate our people on the many things that our leaders are doing in the field of foreign policy. We need to explain in simple terms the areas that our government is doing in foreign affairs, which are often not understood by the man in the street. For example, how decisions at ASEAN summits impact our lives, or how our participation in international treaties and agreements such as FTAs or the Paris Agreement on Climate Change impacts our lives. How important is it to be chosen as host to the Trump-Kim Jong-un summit? The current MFA website offers information, but on very few subjects, and it is more event-based. The ASEAN page gives some exposure to the grouping, but it is still very limited to the history and the deliberations and events. In this information age, I would like to propose to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to set up a portal and provide bite-sized information on our foreign policies, where our people can look up on the government stand and understand why certain decisions are made and why certain comments are made. This can deepen our understanding of our foreign policies, and our men in the street can be our ambassadors of our foreign policies too. This, I feel, can help our people forge an even stronger Singaporean identity. Sir, in Mandarin. 议长先生，加强我们国家身份认同的另一项工作是教育我们的人民，了解我们的领导人在外交方面所执行的政策。我们需要用简单的术语来解释我们的政府在外交事务中所做的事情。这些事情往往不为平民百姓所了解。例如，亚细安峰会的决策如何影响我们的生活？我们如何参与国际条约和协定，比如自由贸易协定等国际条约，或巴黎气候变化协定如何影响我们的生活？我国备选特朗普、金正恩峰会的主办者的重要性。在这个信息时代，我想建议外交部建立一个门户网站，提供有关我们外交政策的一些容易理解的微信息。我们的人民可以从那里 查看我们外交立场，并了解所做的某些决定以及评论的原因。这可以加深我们对外交政策的理解。我们的国人也可以成为我们外交政策的大使。我认为这可以帮助我们的人民加强新加坡人的国民身份。Speaker, sir, our 4G leaders are very well versed on the powers of effective and timely communication in this information age. However, the need to garner the views of NGOs, VWOs, and volunteer groups in the community is very important. This is so that everyone has a sense of participation and involvement in all that we are doing. It also helps in getting the buy-in from the ground. I look forward to our new leaders working with all Singaporeans to take us to the next level. Sir, I support the motion.